Hey, good morning. I am about to start a apartment unit. This is my first entrance into the building, so I just kind of want to show you guys what I do very first thing when I get into a place. And this is kind of before I bust out any tools at all. I did bring my vacuum in here because I know that there is a bunch of carpet and there was cats living here. So before I start any work or any actual cleaning, I'm going to kind of show you what I do when I come into a house, things I'm looking for, and things that I start with before I actually start cleaning. Just kind of a little pickup and a deep search of the house. So here we go. This is the entrance. So here's the carpet. I just need to be prepared when I clean these carpets that they are very stained. I'll probably do a before and after on those, but first off, I want to collect trash. So in a lot of these units, I get to keep whatever I find, which most of the time I just throw away. But there's, they left a door lock here and a hanger. I don't exactly know what that is, but I think it was stuck to the wall right there. And so I'm just kind of mentally preparing myself for some of the things that I'm going to have to clean. I take a look at these door tracks. I'm going to need a shop vac for those. And then as I enter into the house, I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for things hanging on the wall that they might have left behind. There's a trash can here that I'm obviously going to go throw away. I always look at the stainless steel in the sink. How much polishing is it going to need? I check the dishwasher. I look in every single cupboard. I'm not going to do that on this video, but I look in every single cupboard in the whole house. I check out the freezer. What are some things that I need to throw away? How bad's the fridge? And I just start collecting things as I go through all the cupboards. How bad's the oven? And some of these things will probably stay with the apartment. But you want to go into every room, look into every cupboard. There's an extra roll of carpet we can throw away. There's a whole bunch of supplies they left here. A lot of the times there's hangers in all of the closets. So like there's a curtain here. I'll throw that away, throw away their plunger, go through all these cupboards, pull out the washer and dryer. There's some extra tools or like hardware that they left that can go either with me or to the trash. And just keep being mindful of the carpets. Maybe you don't clean carpets. I do, so I'm always looking at the carpets. What am I going to need to bring? You want to check your windows. These ones really aren't bad. Usually a wet rag will take care of that. There's another shower curtain that'll go in the trash. Usually people don't want to keep shower curtains. And always check your sinks, toilets, and showers. You want to see, how much hard water. It'll kind of give you an idea. There's some soap scum there. They actually left a shower head that I'll have to take off because they left the original one here. So things like that I typically go through on my first day. Just looking in all the rooms, looking in all the closets. Keep an eye out for things I need to throw away. I'm going to want to get all of the stuff that belongs to the tenant out. And I'm going to want to prepare myself for, got to degrease these fans in every room. How bad are the blinds? If the blinds are like beyond cleanable, or they're, really stained from pet fur grease. Sometimes we see that from animals rubbing up against it. It gets really brown. I always check the blinds and the fans, because the blinds, if they aren't going to be able to be cleaned and they're in pretty rough shape, looking at them, pulling them down, you want to see, or if they're broken, I just run to Home Depot and replace them. The amount of time that it takes me to clean a set of blinds, individual blades, is probably not worth the customer's time. It would actually be cheaper for me to go buy $20 blinds and replace them instead of cleaning them. So that's easy. I just tack that on the materials list for our customers. If there's not extra things that I need to buy for a customer, like blinds, or sometimes we switch out outlet covers or light switch covers. If there's not any of those things that I have to replace right away, another one that I replace really quick is these oven bowls. these come out, and shining these is nearly impossible. They're pretty cheap. I think it costs $18 to get the 4-pack, 2 large, 2 small. And so I charge them for all those things. But if there is no extra charge for those things, they don't need oven bowls, they don't need blinds, they don't need, you know, any of the things that I typically would replace. That's easier than cleaning them. Typically they get about a $50 charge for a small house or apartment that's around 1,000 square feet. It's about a $50 material charge. We go through a lot of Crocodile wipes, a lot of Mr. Clean sponges, a lot of pumice stone at every single job, and the average is about $50. If it does exceed the $50 mark, the $50 is our minimum for material list. That's just a good thing to keep in mind. You want to have a material charge. You don't want to be making this money, but then you're buying everything on your dime. So just keep that in mind with materials. You always need material, and everybody else charges for material. Your electrician, your plumber, they charge for materials too. So just have a minimum. If you exceed that minimum, charge them. You can charge them, you know, a fair price. You know, make them pay for the materials. I know typically in HVAC or electrical work, the rule of thumb is that they charge double for whatever it costs. So if you buy a $1,000 water heater, if you buy it through the company that's installing it, it's a $2,000 water heater. You don't have to do that way. That's just a business practice that I know of, and we don't do that. We typically just charge for the materials, and I charge by the hour for how long it took me to go pick them up. And so that's kind of my extra. I'm not wasting any time. I'm not getting paid for the things that I'm doing. So general walkthrough. That's kind of what I'm looking for when I go through a house. So now I'm going to go collect all those things and haul them to the dumpster, and start my cleaning. And I'll try and do a before and after on these carpets so you can see how nasty they are now and what they'll look like when they're done.